What's up, guys? It's Jermaine, aka Serenity Spider Market here, and right now I'm going to be bringing you my second Chazz Princeton deck profile. This is my VWXYZ Dragon Catapult Cannon deck profile. I really actually like the V to Z archetype, and I'm really glad they let Chazz expand upon it from its original appearance used by like Seto Kaiba when it was just the XYZ monsters. um, I really enjoy when Chazz uses these guys. So here we go. The monster lineup is pretty lacking, but I do have a lot of cards in there to help it out. First, we got two copies of the V Tiger Jet. Nice light monster, 4 stars, 1600 attack, and they're really good. 1800 defense, actually. So he's good on defense and offense. Um, I I only have 2 of each in here, so this deck isn't as good as it probably could be. But yeah, I'm kind of pretty happy with it, though. Next card is we're going in alphabetical order, so with these guys, which I don't usually do, but I just thought I would for these because it makes sense. This is V Target's Equip Buddy, W and Catapult. I really like its aesthetic actually, and it also gives in addition to the regular Equip Monster Union Monster effects, he gives his body an extra 400 attack points, which put them at 2,000 when they're together, which is actually 100 less than the Fusion Monster, if I'm right. I think that is 2,100. No, it has 2,000. Never mind. 2,100 defense points. So yeah. Next we move on to the classic, I guess, Kaiba XYZ cards. Except Cannon, nice 800 attack. Chazz actually always kicked my butt with this card in Spirit Caller when I had to duel him with this deck. Or his XYZ deck, I guess, in the Spirit Caller game, which this deck actually takes a lot of inspiration from, as I'll explain later. Nice 800 attack point machine. Next is White Dragon Head. 2 of them. He gives whatever he's equipped to a nice 400 point boost. His stats are 1500, 1600 defense. Finally, for the Union monsters, we have Z Metal Tank at 1500, 1300. He gives whatever he's equipped to, though, an extra 600 attack points. So he actually can be really powerful when equipped to, say, like X-Head Cannon or like the Tiger Jet. Now we move on to I sort of embellished with this and like sort of tried to mimic the the uh, the handicapped deck, as I call it, that Chazz used against his brother Slade when like the Dual Academy was on the line and he could only use monsters with 500 or less deck points. So I put some of them in this deck, but not all. First up is Catnip Kitty, 500 defense, 0 attack. She can basically shield and sword one monster on the field, which is pretty nice. Actually, no, I misspoke there. Perfect is she can't be attacked if there's another beast type monster on your field. So she can synergize with this next card actually, and she can make the defense of a monster on your opponent's field 0 until the end phase. So pretty nice if you're trying to get through something your opponent has. Next is I also just love Captain Kitty. Next is one Soul Tiger, 0 attack, 2100 defense points. It, to me, it looks like Chazz wanted to handicap himself even more because I don't think any of the monsters he played had any attack points. When the handicap was supposed to be 500 or less, so I guess he wanted to stick it to Slade even more. So yeah, nice 2100 defense point monster combos well with Captain Kitty, I guess. Next are free cards that'll be showing up in a few of these decks. Throw Jump Brothers. I forgot what to say here. Again, referencing how Chazz used them in the Slade. I don't have any of the no, just checking here, and I don't actually have Delta Hurricane in this deck, which I'm pretty, or Thunder Crash, which I'm pretty sure Chazz used Delta Hurricane, and I know for a fact he used Thunder Crash, but those will be appearing in a later deck actually, so don't worry. Last monster of these 16 monsters is one Chaos Necromancer, which Chazz used to beat Slide against 300 attack for every monster in your graveyard. This deck has a lot of emphasis on banishing though, so this card is kind of like a secondary win condition if the banish engine just isn't working, I guess. That's kind of why I also have 2 of each machine monster to help with his and power him up, I guess. Onto the spell cards. We actually got a field spell here. 1 copy of Union Hanger. What Union Hanger does is when you activate this card, you can add 1 light machine union monster from your deck to your hand. And once per turn, if a light machine union monster is normal or special summoned to your field, you can target one of those monsters and equip an appropriate light machine union monster with a different name from your hand, or no, from your deck to that monster. But the monster you equipped cannot be special summoned the turn this effect is activated. So just a very good card in getting union monsters out. 1 copy of Burial in a Different Dimension. This card can actually work really well for getting back your banished machines and other things to help with Chaos Necromancer. 1 copy of a card I really learned to enjoy from Chazz, kicking my butt with it in Spirit Color a lot. This is Combination Attack. It lets you basically defuse your union monsters during the battle phase and attack with them in a row again after you defuse them. So it's really nice to have in a deck like this. just like blitz your opponent like to death, basically. One copy of JAMA Simulation. This card is really nice with working with their JAMAs and provides some pretty good synergy with Chazz's archetypes. The other card that works well with them is like a Koja match, supporting the armed dragons, obviously. What you do with this card is you reveal one light machine fusion monster from your extra deck and banish any number of Ojamas from your hand, field, and or graveyard, and special summon the fusion materials that were listed on that card. Equal to the number of Ojamas you banished, basically. And then you can also banish this card from your graveyard and target 3 of your banished Ojamas and shuffle them to the graveyard and then draw 1 card. So, this card, its banishing effect, is also very useful for a later card we'll get to in this deck. So, yeah. One copy of Feather of the Phoenix, just discard card, get 1 card in your graveyard, back to the top of your deck. Just pretty helpful in a variety of situations, whether you're going for Chaos Necromancer, the Machine Union, I guess, just anything really. And you can put a monster in your graveyard to help Necromancer too, so that's nice. 1 copy of Monster Reborn. It's always a good card. Magical Mallet, a really good card, and Chazz actually used this in his duel with Jaden when he debuted the VWXYZ deck. So, yeah, a really good card, especially since this deck doesn't have many monsters. Soul Absorption, whenever a monster is removed from play, you gain 500 life points. Just helping with the whole banish engine this deck is going on. For core, you can discard 1 card and then remove any monster from the game. Very useful with a few more cards later I'll get to in this deck. This card actually was going to be used in my Chiffonian deck, but I took it out and decided to focus more on like banishing in this deck, so I slotted it in here. 1 Dimension Explosion. Return a fusion monster you control a fusion deck, and then both players summon up to 2 of their banished monsters to the field. So, like, if something is banished that you want back, like, just return a fusion monster, then get it back. Cast Necromancer or one of the unions, whatever, just in case something bad happens to anything, I guess. 1 Soul Release. Helps a lot with one of the bigger cards in this deck. 1 Painful Choice. Just helps get the card you want into your hand, and also can really help like Chaos Necromancer too. I should add, like, excluding like the extra deck monsters, it's possible for Chaos Necromancer to get up to 4,500 attack. So that's really nice. One copy of Frontline Base. You can special summon a level 4 below Union monster from your hand. Really nice card, actually. And also, we have our friend, the Pitch Dark Dragon, on the card. Next two cards are taken from his North Academy, the Posh weird kind of deck that he used to do against like Czar and stuff. First is Infernal Tempest. This card's effect is get 3,000 more bow damage from one attack. You can activate this card and remove all monsters in each player's deck and graveyard from the game. 3,000 damage in one attack. Certainly not easy, but it can happen. This card makes Cast Necromancer a bit harder to use, I guess, since he doesn't work with banished cards. But that's okay. This card is there to also help Necromancer and other things. One copy of Chaos End. When 7 or more cards are moved from the game, this card destroys every monster on the field. Can combo very well with Necromancer and other things. Then we got one, especially if you have on the field something like a Call of the Haunted. Next we got a rollout. You can special summon a Union monster from your graveyard and equip it to a monster in your field. Next is something just to help with the whole banishing engine in this deck. That's a Grave Robber's Retribution. What this card does is for every card your opponent's, every monster card that your opponent has that's been removed from play during each of your standby phases, they take 100 points of damage like per removed monster. So, yeah. Also works really well, but Soul Release, VWZ, XY, Dragon. Next card is Formation Union. It's just basically tells you like during your when this goes out of fade, you can equip or unequip a Union monster. So during just either player's turn. Next card is the Treaty on Uniform Nomenclature. Got the Jama Yellow on this card. What this card does is, if you control 2 or more face monsters with the same name, you can apply these effects. If you control exactly 2, you can destroy a spell or trap card your opponent controls, and if you control 3 monsters with the same name, you can destroy every spell trap card your opponent controls. So, I don't know if you're having trouble with something your opponent has, like, say, like a Mirror Wall or something, or Call the Haunted, I don't know. Or like a slew of, like, bothersome spell trap cards. Yeah. Although this deck doesn't have 3 of anything, so. Next is kind of the linchpin of the whole banish engine. Return from the different dimension. Pay half your life points, special summon all of your banished monsters. This works really well with the Inferno Tempest and Chaos End. And if you can play it right, you can go into like a big fusion monster without having to worry about this card's like negative effects. Downside of this card is it does cost half your life points, but if you play it right, you're probably in a good place. Next card is one Union Scramble. Chazz, of course, didn't use this card, but what this card does is you can target up to 3 of your banished light normal monsters or machine union monsters and special summon them during each player's turn, except the turn this card was sent to the graveyard. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one of your banished light machine union monsters or light machine normal monsters and return to your hand. The fact that this card can like banish itself too makes it really easy to use with set up like Chaos Ends effect. So yeah. Next we got one Mojama Trio, and with effects like VWZ VWXYZ Drankens effect, like switch monsters modes. Not only will he be taking like 300 points of damage for each like token destroyed, if you play in combination with V to Z Drunk Combo Cannon, they'll also be taking like 3,000 points of damage. So every token destroyed. So yeah, I put that in there like specifically to combo with the Union monsters, I guess. Easy destruction, I suppose. And I want to say Chazz used a geometry like that at least once. Last main deck card is one copy of Pinpoint card. I think I've explained my relationship with this card before, so I'll leave it at that. And this is just a nice card to summon a monster to protect yourself because it can be destroyed the turn you bring it back. And yeah, this card can be used to set up some really good combos. So yeah. Fusion deck time. Two VW Tiger Catapult. You can always summon this card by banishing W1 Catapult and V Tiger Jet, but his effect also is that you can discard a card and switch the battle position of an opponent's monster. So I think I misspoke earlier, and this is the card I was actually talking about when referring to Geometry Trio. So it's a really nice card, though. I like whenever Chazz pulls off this guy. Next is two of the classic XYZ Dragon Cannon. We all know what this card does. I don't have actually the free combination fusions between like those three monsters. I have them in my Kaiba deck that I'm working on, so I just wanted to make this more Chazz focused, even though I'm pretty sure he uses like those monsters in like Spirit Caller. I just didn't feel right using them in like this deck. Then we got the big boy VW. I'll just say V to Z Dragon Combo Cannon. He has a really strong 3,000 attack, just beautiful artwork too. It's basically like a Megazord. He could banish a monster on the field every turn. And I believe, yeah, I'm pretty sure he also can switch monsters' battle positions if he wants to, like once per turn, because I think Chazz did that to like Stinatrix, but yeah. 3,000 attack, he's basically one of like Chazz's best monsters in my opinion, so yeah, he's kind of the king of this deck if you can get him out. And yeah, with a lot of spell trap card support, I feel like making this guy will be pretty easy, even though this deck only has like 16 monsters. So yeah, this is my 40 card V to Z Giant Cannibal Cannon Chazz Princeton deck. Let me know what you guys think of it, and let me know if I'd like to know which Chazz deck is your favorite. V to Z decks originally isn't mine, but I do like the archetype, and I really like the way I was able to build this deck, honestly, with its focus on banishing, and even though it's not major focus, I do like that I was able to incorporate, like, the Chaos Necromancer strategy, and, like, somehow actually incorporate, like, the cards he used in North Academy, so, yeah, that's gonna do it for this profile. Tomorrow I'll probably be bringing you guys my Ojama deck profile, Armed Dragon deck profile, and my Society of Light Chess deck profile. I'm actually really excited to show you guys that one. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Jazz it up. Bye.